Welcome live to Madison Square Garden for Game 5 of the Patrick Division semifinal series between the New York Rangers and the New Jersey Devils. Hello, everyone, and welcome to New York Rangers playoff hockey. I'm Sam Rosen along with John Davidson. Good to be back with you once again. And we're back where we started, except now it's only 2 out of 3.
We've spent about 35 minutes talking about hot goaltending. It's liable to be a 5-4 game here. A little more scoring maybe tonight.
What's been interesting is that while everybody concentrates on the top scorers, the role players have come through, and Jan Eriksson a big factor in the win the other night.
It's been very interesting when you look, Sam, at all the wins the Rangers have had over New Jersey this season. Gartner's had 3 game winners, Nemchinov won and Jan Eriksson won, and that gives you 5 out of 6 wins that the Rangers have had over the Devils this season, including 4 during the regular season. You know, it's an interesting situation. There's so much attention paid to the unit of 5, centered by Mark Messier with Graves and Amonte, along with Leach and Bukaboom, that the other players are finding a way to get it done, and that's what is very, very important.
One thing that isn't getting done for the Rangers is the power play. They're only 1 for 22 in this series. They want to change things.
Sure do. They've talked about it a lot. They've worked on it a little bit. Mainly, they want to try and get into the offensive zone and set it up. Terreri's been so good. Look at this. A shoot in by the Rangers. Terreri stops the puck and fires it out. And the Rangers haven't been able to get in and set up. A, because Terreri's shooting the puck out, or B, they're just being forced at the blue line. They've got to find a way to shoot the puck in properly and not allow the goaltender to get it, and then look to the setup.
One of the keys for the Devils in this series has been controlling the Messier line. They've done that with effective checking by the forwards, but also the fine defensive play of the Soviet pair, Fetisov and Kasatonov.
Everybody's talked Lemieux, Messier, Lemieux, Messier. Well, it's always been Kasatonov and Fetisov who are on the ice against this line. That time they wrote Amonte off. Look at the boys work along the boards here. 2 big, strong defensemen that have played very well in this series, and I don't think they've gotten near the credit they deserve. The other thing to watch for in this game is perhaps the Devils, depending on how the game goes, they've got to start thinking about getting Lemieux into more offensive roles. And if that happens, then some other player on that team will have to try and take care of Messier, along with their fine defense pair that we just talked about.
Mike Richter starts in goal for the Rangers, Chris Terreri for the Devils, and we'll be set to go with a game that will break the deadlock in this series in just a moment. Rangers and Devils on the ice, getting set for Game 5. The series tied 2 games apiece, each team with a couple of lineup changes tonight. Mike Richter remains in goal. The Devils have now gone almost 5 periods without scoring a goal against the Rangers. Last goal they scored was at 1:25 of the second period in Game 3. And Richter in goal for over 97 minutes. He was pulled late in that game.
That was a bad angled goal by Claude Vilgrain. That's what I mean by Claude Lemieux maybe having to change roles if the Devils can't get any scoring. They've got to start thinking about scoring. Maybe that's why I think, Sam, in this game, instead of seeing a 3-0, 3-1 type game, we may see a 5-4, 6-4 type game. And that's not with any disrespect towards the goaltenders. It might be more of an open game.
Even with the way the defenses have been playing? Or do you feel that you'll see more defensemen joining the play?
Absolutely. We have seen very little from the Devils with their defense joining the play. In fact, the Rangers defense have had 38 shots in this series. Devils defense only 24. They've got to find a way to get offense.
Joe Kocur back in the lineup tonight. Ty Domi is also dressed. Darren Turcotte is out. We are set for the singing of our national anthem. Let's go to center ice and John Amarante.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bomb bursting in air, gave her through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? or the land of the free, and the home of the brave.
I know you got to hear John Amaranthi. I don't know if the fans did. The noise level was deafening. Chris Terreri has had himself a marvelous series.
He doesn't like to practice the days between games, however, did go on the ice this morning. Still says the back is fine. Of all goaltenders who have played at least 120 minutes, he has the lowest goals against average. Watch the Rangers to try to keep the puck away from Terreri with their dump-ins. And was it not interesting to watch the close-up of Mike Richter during the anthem, standing there concentrating with his eyes closed?
Played a great game in Game 4, the kind of game that the Rangers needed so desperately. Down 2-1, and he came through with a 33-save performance. Sergei Nemchinov with Jan Eriksson and Mike Gartner. Mark Hardy and James Patrick on defense. Opposite Peter Stastny, centering for Zdeno Seeger. The shot on Terreri by Gartner is stopped. Seeger on the left side, Claude Lemieux on the right side. Kasatonov and Fetisov on defense. And the Rangers press along the boards. Eriksson lays it down past Gartner. Terreri stops it for Kasatonov. He lifts it up into the crowd and play stops. Don Koharski is the referee tonight. The Rangers were 3-3-1 during the regular season with Don Koharski officiating. The Devils were 0-1-2.
Sam, watching this, the first stoppage, Chris Terreri turned around, took both gloves off, took a drink of water on top of the goal net. You wonder if that's Tommy McVee's strategy or if it's a superstition that Terreri has or what. But if the Rangers forecheck can get a pace going, they may try very hard to slow the Rangers' pace down.
Into the corner, Fetisov pressed by Gartner. And Chinoff moving it into the corner. Gartner goes after it. Eriksson is tied up by Claude Lemieux.
Devils making no attempt to change on the fly here to get this unit of 5 away from the Nemchinov group. So this unit of 5 for New Jersey could be ready for Messier's group.
Devils gain control, come out of their own zone. Seeger couldn't handle the pass. Gartner lost it. It's knocked away. Patrick goes for it. We'll go back into the Devils zone. We played a minute. Kasatonov has the puck. Rangers send on Messier, Amonte, and Graves with Bukabum and Leach.
And you know Boschman will come on the ice. He's out there now to go opposite Messier.
Around the boards, Conacher upended by Amonte. Boschman gets to the puck, back to Stevens. Save, Richter holds on. Devils' first shot on goal from long distance by Scott Stevens.
Good low shot on net. And as you see here,
the 5th game, John. Over the last 4 years, 23 of 60 series have been tied 2-2. The winner of Game 5 has won 21 of those series. The only 2 teams to lose, the Devils last season against Pittsburgh and the Penguins against Philadelphia in 1989. Around the boards for Adam Graves. He's tied up by Conacher. The puck out of the zone, sent back in by Weinrich.
Speaking of the Devils, speaking of the Penguins, in trouble without Rick Tocchet tonight for the rest of the series, out with a separated shoulder, in trouble.
Leach, who had a marvelous game in Game 4. Puck deflected up into the air, bounces down the circle, is played by Stevens. Bill Guerin is the other forward on the line with Boschman and Conacher. Guerin number 12. Boschman sending it high, bounces behind the net. Amonte and Conacher after it. Amonte with a good hit. Guerin has the puck. Off the stick of Boschman. Rangers come out. Amonte try to hit Messier. Stevens got in front of it. Back the other way. Boschman for Stevens. Graves took it out of the play. Leach to Messier. Back to Leach. One-on-one against Danico. Leach to the net. It's hook checked away by Terreri. Boschman tied up by Amonte. Danico gets to the puck.
Danico playing with a broken hand. The top hand on his stick. Marvelous play he made on Brian Leach. That was one-on-one. Leach is the most dangerous one-on-one.
Hit by Koser, forced a turnover, but the shot by Doug Waite went wide. Waite, Koser, and Domi on the ice. Conacher having trouble getting over the boards on a line change. Randy McKay moving in against Jay Wells. Took him down on the play. To the puck, Todd fires and hits Richter with it and the side of the net. Moved by Jay Wells to Joey Koser. Rangers scratching Darren Turcotte once again with a sprained left wrist. Tim Kerr is out with a lower back injury. Give away to Kocur, gave it right back to McKay. Randy McKay and Kevin Todd, Stefan Richer moving in. Wells is there. Wells fell down, moved the puck around for Domi. Couldn't clear. Ahead toward the net, steered aside by Richter. Cirella gets to it. Clears the zone. Domi backs it ahead. And the Rangers change. 3:15 gone by in the first period. No score. Danico moves it out of the zone off the skates of Richer. Randy Gillen trying to work it ahead of his block. Patrick for Chris King. King moving in against Weinrich. Left it for Broughton, but he didn't see it. Randy McKay into the chest of Richter. James Patrick has the puck. Gillen, King, and Broughton the line for the Rangers. Patrick on the rush. Patrick caught up by Weinrich, and Stevens clears it aside. It's out in the zone. Tipped back by Mark Hardy and played by Weinrich.
Vilgrain on this shift playing center ice. He's played wing throughout the series, so here's a change for the Devils.
Zelepukin back in the lineup. Was taken down on the play. Ojanen scratched tonight for the Devils. It's Chorsky, Vilgrain, and Zelepukin for the Devils.
And we're seeing a much quicker pace so far in this game, and very few stoppages. So coaches have to have their players very sharp on the bench to make changes on the fly.
Just one whistle to this point. Stevens brought it in the zone, got hit by Gartner. Nemchinov moving it to Bukaboom. Past Gartner, and Weinrich goes to play it. 4.5 minutes gone by in the first period. There's no score. Out in center ice, Tom Chorsky. Chorsky across against Bukaboom. Nice pass to Vilgrain, trying to get it to Zelepukin. They drew Richter out, but Zelepukin had no angle for a shot. Into the corner, Zelepukin. Checked by Leach. Leaves it along the boards for Chorsky. Back cross ice, off the stick of Vilgrain to Danico for the shot, wide. And the Rangers come out. Nemchinov looking for Gartner. Tied up from behind. And a whistle for a two-line pass, stopping play with 15:04 to go. First period, no score. And Tommy McVee's eyes before tonight's game. He says, now it's getting exciting.
Here's the throwback, isn't he? The Devils here now have Kasatonov and Fetisov on the Messier line. And now the Devils, for the first time, change on the fly to get Stastny's line out. This is the old matchup, the one we're used to seeing.
Messier behind the net. Amonte trying to go in front. Messier shoots, save, Terreri, it's over the net. Behind the net, Amonte hit by Fetisov. Messier, checked by Kasatonov, goes down. Messier sticks back at Kasatonov. Devils clear the zone, and Patrick goes after the puck.
Adam Graves with a big hit on Stastny as the Rangers try to wear down the older Devil players. Hit after hit after hit.
Amonte brings it across. Kasatonov is there. Sweeps it aside and takes over. Moves it to Seager. He's checked by Messier. Fetisov plays it up the boards to Claude Lemieux. And out he comes. Lemieux carrying into the Rangers zone on goal, stopped by Richter. Moved aside by Wells, kept in by Kasatonov to Stastny. Loose puck, Seager plays it across. Domi goes for it. Domi bangs with Claude Lemieux, takes over the puck. Domi stays with him. Stastny goes for it. Domi clears the zone. A little over 6 minutes gone by in the first period. Terreri way out to clear it. Wells sending it back in. Kocur after it as the Rangers send back Waite, Kocur, and Domi. Waite goes down. Stastny looking for the puck. And we get a pile up along the boards. Domi hits at McKay.
Domi and McKay. McKay bumped into Domi along the boards, and Domi turned around and reacted. As we get our first scrum. Penalty minutes have not been very high in this series. Game 1 we had 18, a total of 18. Game 2, the highest, 106 minutes. And games 3 and 4, we had 28 minutes in each. And only been 2 fights in the series.
And those were both in the second game.
Actually, going into tonight's action, as far as playoffs go, we've had 36 playoff games prior to tonight. Only 13 fighting majors in the 36 games.
That's good news, I think. It's 6:25.
Lemieux and Domi. Lemieux showed a lot of strength there as Domi was expecting the check. But Domi recovers here. Watch him chip the puck out of the zone. Right there. He reached, jammed the puck up and over the blue line. Now you'll see Domi come in late here, and McKay will ride him into the boards. You'll see it momentarily. There's Domi now. McKay rides him in, and Domi gets upset. He'll turn around and react with a rabbit punch to the kisser. little facial from Domi, so both players in the penalty box.
13:31 to go in the first period. Game 5, no score. Richter leaves the puck for Jay Wells. He's forced by Boschman. Moves it around the boards and out in the zone, and back for it is Scott Stevens.
Real difference in coaching philosophies here. The Devils like their goaltenders to move the puck, and we've seen Terreri do it a lot. Roger Nielsen doesn't. He'd rather have the defenseman make the pass, not the goaltender. And we've seen John Van Beesbrook in particular change his style of play this season.
Broughton sending it toward the net. Terreri gloves it and leaves it for Eric Weinrich. Moves away from Gillen. There's the zone. Wells is there to send it back. Stevens stopped it, and Weinrich gets wrapped up by Gillen. Stevens gets to the puck. There's the zone. Pat Conacher, lead for Bill Guerin. Guerin moves across. Big shot, save Richter. Guerin scored on a big shot in game 2 from the left side. Here's Gartner across. He shoots, hit the outside of the net. Gartner checked by Weinrich. Conacher into the corner against Nemchinov. Nemchinov centers off the stick of Patrick. Patrick has it. Stevens picks him up. Centers to Gartner. Shot it high. Around the boards, Guerin clears the zone. Couple of good chances for the Rangers there. Crowd cheers as the Rangers head up ice. Hardy out to Erickson. He's wrapped up by Danico. Korski sends it ahead to Vilgrain. 2-on-1 developing. Then the Rangers catch up. Korski gets checked by Erickson. Vilgrain pass across. Picked up by Bruce Driver. Slides it in front, tipped wide by Zalapukin. Gartner gets it outside to Nemchinov. He gets by Danico, but Driver picks him up. Pass across, goes past Erickson. Chorsky lifts it clear.
Good back checking by Vilgrain to pick up Erickson as he drove to the net.
11:40 to go. First period, no score. Danico back for the puck, looks up ice. Twice it's been written that Danico might miss a game in this series, but he refuses to come out of the lineup. Steal by Leach. Comes the other way. Lead to Messier. Brings it across, gets hit, checked, and upended by Fetisov.
You can see that one coming.
Kasatonov ties up Graves in the corner. Messier back into the play, has the puck. Looking to make a pass. Cutting to the net was Leach, but he was tied up. A good check by Chorsky. Back behind the net, Graves. Graves centers. Long shift for this line for the Devils, but the Devils clear the zone, and they change. Bukaboom drives it back in. Terreri stops it, leaves it for Fetisov. 11 minutes to go in the first. Graves with a hit on Fetisov. Turnover. Rangers have the puck. Leach's pass was blocked by Stosny. Graves falls down as he tried to move it ahead. Stosny outlets to Seager. Seager looking. Feed to Lemieux. Lemieux moves in against Leach. Leach ties him up. Big hit by Bukaboom. Puck is loose. Played by Seager out in front. Tipped by Graves away from Stosny.
Well, it took 2 Rangers to knock Lemieux down. That tells you how strong the guy is.
Leach. Soft pass to Messier. Knocked away by Fetisov, and Stosny takes over. For Seager, intercepted by Leach. Everything's onside. Back pass to Paul Broughton. Across off the stick of King to Gillen. Shot blocked. Gillen lost his stick, but kicks the puck to Broughton. Plays it back. Kasatonov takes over. To Seager. Now to Stosny, looking for Lemieux. Across the line off his stick. Wells catches up to Lemieux. Broughton moves the puck to the other side. Scott Stevens in to take it. Takes a hit from Bukaboom. Wells has the puck. Now Chris King with 9:55 to go in the first. No score. Around it comes to Terreri. He keeps it moving. Stosny is bumped. Turns the puck over. Broughton shoots. It's blocked by Stevens. Stosny goes back for it. Blocked by Gillen. Stevens picks up the loose puck. Tries to clear the zone. He does. Slides down. Wells goes over. Richet's got it. Richer screen shot. Stick save by Richter. Chorsky in the corner. Fell down. May have stepped on the puck. Rangers try to clear. Gartner. 3-on-1 Rangers. Gartner across. Weinrich back. Gartner shoots. He scores! The Rangers capitalize on the 3-on-1 and lead 1-0.
Oh, the hitting in this game. Watch Jay Wells get hit here. Ow! He got pasted. Scott Stevens pinched and got caught. Now it's a 3-on-1. Weinrich in the middle. Mike Gartner had no choice but to shoot, and Chris Terreri makes a wrong decision. He starts to go down. You see here, he's on his way down. The puck hit his glove and went in, and did Mike Gartner pay? Weinrich will put his stick down to take away the passing lane. Look at Terreri. He gambled. Gartner saw that and just flipped the puck. It wasn't even hard. In it went. Scott Stevens gambled at the Rangers blue line. The Rangers beat him and scored on a 3-on-1.
Third goal of the series for Mike Gartner. He scored an empty net goal in Game 4. And the Rangers lead 1-0. Driver broke his stick, sending the puck into the Ranger zone. Richter moves it up the glass. Rough stuff along the boards. Patrick moves it, takes a hit from Conacher. It's out of the zone. Just under 9 minutes to go, first period. Rangers lead 1-0. Gartner from Wells at 10:41, giving the Rangers the 1-0 lead. Domi with a hit on Guerin. Devils move down with the puck. Boschman, Leach is there. Hook checks it away, picked up by Guerin. Set shot wide. Driver couldn't play it, it's out of the zone. Boy, that Guerin's got a big shot.
So he's had time to step into it. A full stride, full windup, but he's missing the net.
Good-looking player, a good prospect for the Devils.
Another player that's big for that team. Another 200-pounder.
Leach carrying with 8:20 to go in the first. Wide of the net, bounces out to the boards. Graves tied up with Lemieux. Graves goes down. Driver moves the puck out of the zone, sent back in by Bukaboom. Rangers have to clear out and get onside.
Seen some amazing hitting in this first period.
Graves shoots, but it was tipped up into the crowd. Play stops. 8:06 to go. First period, Game 5. Rangers have the 1-0 lead. Good times with friends. Use good sense and drink responsibly, please. Know when to say when. A reminder from Budweiser.
Tommy McVie on the bench. He says discipline and forechecking the key to his hockey club. Been a lot of discipline in this game so far with the big hits. Robbie Patoric and Doug Sullivan, his assistants.
Gartner after the puck in the corner, moves it up the boards. Back behind the goal is Casatono. Bounces down past Patrick. Hardy goes over to take it. Saw Lemieux forechecking off the board. Fetisov for the Devils. So I'm looking up at the scoreboard and I see Hartford ahead of Montreal.
Well, wait till we get a set. I'll tell you a story about Montreal. You won't believe this one.
That series tied 2 games apiece, and they're playing Game 5 at the hallowed Forum. Boy, the Whalers, who lost the first 2 games, have really bounced back. And say hello to Frank Pietrangelo, who's the new star for the Whalers.
Montreal, the press wanted Russ Courtnall bench. He's had 1 shot in the first 4 games.
3-on-2 becomes a 3-on-3 as Nemchinov got back. The pass blocked, and the Rangers come out. Nemchinov with Gartner and Eriksson. Nemchinov looking. Keeps control. Moving in deep. Pass to Eriksson. Shot it wide. Nemchinov to Leach. Toward the net. It's blocked. Eriksson turns. Stick save. Terreri. Rebound loose. Nemchinov was taken down, prompting a roar. Battle behind the plate. Gartner and Lemieux going at it. Koharski taking a close look. Lets things go on. Rangers back across offside. And play stops as Claude Lemieux goes to the bench. Oh, there's
7. Well, and the goalie, 7. Right. And during that shift, we had a lot of Lemieux and Mike Gartner, 22 on 22. Lemieux picks up Gartner. Gartner does a 360 to get away. Gartner, at the end of this shift, starts heading back up ice and gives Lemieux a shot.
Ooh, that's Nemchinov going down.
Watch Gartner here. There's a little shot as he heads up ice. Call the flow, Sam. Changing on the fly. It's imperative to make sure it's done properly, and the Rangers have been caught.
Devils power play. Driver shooting wide. Richer, Stevens, and Todd up front with Weinrich and Driver. Rangers have Broughton, Gillen, Bukaboom, and Leach. Now Gillen goes off, as does Broughton, and Messier and Graves step on. Devils have 3 power play goals in this series. Rangers have only 1. 6:10 to go in the first period. Rangers leading 1-0 on a goal by Mike Gartner. Messier avoids the check of Weinrich, but the pass was behind Graves. Graves pushes it back for Hardy, and he sends it all the way down.
Every time Messier waits for the puck in the neutral zone and looks down at it, the Devils take a run at him. Earlier, Fetisov caught Messier with a hip check right near the Devils bench.
Devils 3 for 16 in the series on the power play. Todd with a nice pass to Stevens. In front, Richer hit the outside of the net as he was taken down by Hardy.
What a back-checking job by Hardy. Hardy reached, caught Richer, Richer had 3 or 4 great scoring chances in Game 4. Never registered a shot on goal. Missed the net, missed the net, missed the net. Much too fine with his shot. Richter gets up slowly, as does Richer, who's got that bad knee, and it looks like it's bothering him right now. He had the wide open net. All he had to do was chip it in. Richer's 44. Watch him drive to the post. Hardy sees it happening, and he'll reach out and hook Richer down before Richer can control the puck. Then you had the 3-man collision knocking the net off the mooring. Watch Richer. Look at the net he's got. And Hardy trips Richer up, and Richer bangs down on both knees. And I believe it's the right knee that's been the problem for him. Again, Richer takes too long here, I think. All he has to do is chip it in.
Oh, John, I think the Rangers are fortunate not to get a penalty on that.
Yeah, it should be 2 men short as Hardy tripped up Richer, no doubt, taking away a scoring chance at the same time.
53 seconds remaining on the Devils power play. Stastny on with Lemieux and Seager. Fetisov and Kasatonov. Kasatonov with the puck now. Looking, shooting, save. Richter came way out. Fetisov gets to the puck. Checked by Eriksson. Forced it out of the zone. Gillen, who took the face-off, is back on the bench, and Nemchinov has come on. Stastny with the puck, out to Kasatonov. Back to Stastny with room, he shoots. It's blocked in front. Boy, Lemieux was battling in front, creating all kinds of havoc. Kasatonov finds Stastny, out to Fetisov. Now to Kasatonov, who looks back to Fetisov. His shot tipped wide. Comes to Lemieux. His pass blocked by a sliding Leach. Moves it up the board. Stastny got a stick on it, but Eriksson gets it across to Nemchinov. 5 seconds to go on the Devils power play. That'll do it. Teams are back at full strength. Chris King served the minor, and King comes out of the box and hits Lemieux in the back twice. Cross-checked him twice. Lemieux took it. Deflects the puck into the Rangers zone. Rangers leading 1-0. 4:35 to go in the first period. Bob Lemieux along the board. Centering pass intercepted by Graves. Tries to clear. Rangers get it out of the zone. Lemieux tied up with Messier. Graves has it. Across with Amonte. Tipped away nicely. Good play by Driver. Driver the other way. Hardy is there. Driver kept it on the line. Fans roar, thought he might have pulled it out. Rangers get it out of the zone. Scott Stevens brings it back. Stevens left it to Driver. And Messier takes over. Amonte wide to the right. They crisscross. Messier moving in. Shooting wide. Down the board. Bill Guerin. Tipped ahead by Conacher. Joe Cirella takes over. Just under 4 minutes to go in the first period. Rangers leading 1-0 on a goal by Mike Gartner. Driver goes back. Plays it to Stevens. In the Devils zone. Bounces off the glass. Terreri stops it. Moves it around the glass again. It bounces down. Picked up by Cirella. Poke checked away nicely by Vilgrain. Kept in by Brock. Now Gillen takes it. Chris King goes in front. Gillen. Deflected by Driver. Gillen again. Driver knocked it away. Slides into the crease, and Terreri covers up. Play stopped. Little pushing and shoving. King and Driver. Things settle down.
Joe Barrasso out to cut off the angle. Ciccarelli plays to Ridley for Bondra. Iafrate lets one go. Deflected by Ridley. And the Penguins clear.
Watch Chris King come out of the penalty box. 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shots.
Oh, I only saw 2
on the other side of the ice. And you said cross-checking. That was a push with the gloves.
Oh, right.
1 hand on the stick.
Okay.
That's just some of the stuff that goes on whenever Claude Lemieux's on the ice.
3:27 to go. First period. 1-0 Rangers. Terreri moving around the boards, but Broughton got to it. In the crease, it was sticked away by Terreri. Boschman hit by King. Vilgrain hit from behind by Cirella. Broughton takes over. Backhander wide.
Well, Chris Terreri could have held the puck off the face-off and had a whistle. Instead, he kept it alive, and the Rangers have buzzed ever since.
King giving away to Fetisov. He's tied up by Gillen, but Chorsky helps out. Took a hit from Broughton. Rangers with some effective hitting and a forced turnover. The puck bounces down along the boards. King centers. Got through Fetisov. Zalapukin takes over. Here comes Waite. He avoids him. He avoids King. Nice move by Zalapukin. Then he gave it up. King with the puck. Looking. Shooting wide. Bookabone keeps it in. King behind the net. Domi is hit. Net is knocked off. Maybe a penalty. Yes, cross-checking on the Devils. Domi went to the net, and they hit him Zelepukin will go off, and the Rangers get a power play.
Over. Watch this pass from Sylvain Cote. Onsides to Todd Krieger. In on Barrasso. Beats him on a breakaway. 12:36 of the first period. Hens Caps tied at 1. Sam.
Thanks, Bob. That's Valerie Zelepukin for cross-checking at 17:26.
Domi moves into Zelepukin here. That sprung the puck loose. Domi will drive to the net, and that's when he gets cross-checked by Zelepukin, who moves across.
Rangers just 1 for 22 on the power play. Have Waite, Nemchinov, Gartner, Patrick, and Leach for the power play. Danico able to clear. Danico and Driver. Boschman was on for the faceoff. He goes off. Shorsky comes on. Shorsky and Conacher on. Tipped ahead by Gartner. Poked away from him by Driver. Waite back to Leach. Leach looking. Feeds Waite. Now to Leach. One time it's deflected. Save Terreri. A good one for crowd. And Shorsky clears the zone. Tough bouncer knocked aside by Richter to Leach. 2 minutes remaining first period. Rangers with a 1-0 lead. And a minute 20 to go in the power play. Doug Waite brings it across. Tim Kerr out tonight with a back injury. Terreri's clearing effort. Hit his own man. Shot by Gartner. He scores! Mike Gartner. It's a power play goal.
Exactly what Roger Nielsen talked about. He said eventually Chris Terreri will pay by overhandling the puck. He fired it right up the middle. The Rangers know he shoots it up the middle. Turnover and bang. Mike Gartner off the pass. Top corner. It's the second power play goal for the Rangers in the series. Puck was knocked down. The Rangers capture the puck. And you see the pass across to Gartner in top corner. The original turnover was Chris Terreri going up the middle. Remember in game 1, he gave it away twice going up the middle and got away with it. Here, Terreri gets caught.
Mike Gartner, down through the years, people have questioned his goal scoring in the playoffs. He now has 4 in this series. That shot by Amonte is a save by Terreri. 2-0 Rangers. Gartner with both goals. Rangers continue to apply the pressure with a minute and a half to go in this first period. Messier tied up. Graves is wrapped up along the board. Loose puck. Bukaboom gets to it. Sticked aside by Terreri. I thought that Terreri's clearing pass might have hit Danico, John. I wasn't sure whether Gartner knocked it down or if it hit Danico.
I wasn't sure either, but you've got to make sure as a goaltender, if you go up the middle, when you put the puck around and off the glass, off the boards, it buys time for your team. You can afford to turn over long against the boards.
McKay and Bukaboom, watch out. They're nose to nose. They were pushing and shoving, but the Rangers come back the other way. Amonte looking, back pass was tipped by Kevin Todd. Randy McKay getting very physical out there. 2-0 Rangers. Gartner with the second of the game, 4th of the series from Patrick and Nemchinov at 18-14, a power play goal. And the Rangers with a 2-0 lead and under 30 seconds remaining. There you see the time remaining in the first period. Patrick moving it ahead. Sent back the other way. Lemieux putting it in the Rangers zone. Hardy there. Hardy tied up by Seager. Stosny. He's checked by King. Puck in the corner. Lemieux goes after it. Patrick there first. Up the boards. Rangers come out. 5 seconds to go in the period. And what a period for the New York Rangers. End of the first. Devils have now gone almost 6 periods without scoring a goal. Little pushing and shoving in center ice. Rangers look on.
Started with Lemieux and Broughton. Broughton went down heavily. Then Scott Stevens came over and kept Broughton down for an additional second or 2. Chris King skated over by Stevens. They separated, and now both teams finally make their ways to the respective locker rooms.
11 shots apiece in the first period, but Mike Gartner scoring twice to give the Rangers a 2-0 lead. A goal at 10:41, even strength at 18-14. And as I mentioned, you have to go back to 1:25 of the second period of Game 3, the last time the Devils scored a goal. Rangers defense. Shots on goal were even. Rangers 1 for 1 on the power play in the first period. Devils were 0 for 1. Bruce Driver led the Devils with 3 shots. Mike Gartner led the Rangers with 4. Nemchinov, Gartner, Erickson, Hardy, and Patrick for the Rangers. Stosny, Lemieux, Seager, Fetisov, and Kasatonov for the Devils. Rangers clear the zone. This will be an icing. Fetisov touches, and I believe that's the first icing of the game.
Let me tell you about that.
Oh,
Montreal
yeah, what happened
story.
in Montreal?
A lot of pressure on Montreal. They led the series 2-0. It's now tied up at 2. The media on Pat Burns to bench people like Russ Courtnall, I don't think is playing tonight. 1 shot in 4 games. That's it. The captain, Guy Carbonneau, building a brand new house in a beautiful area of Montreal. He was scheduled to move into it in July. Firebombed last night. You think the people in Montreal take their hockey a little serious? He was the captain. He was their player rep when the strike was on, and the team not playing overly well. They get a little serious.
Wow.
Can you imagine? Wow is right. Pat Burns says, boy, you'd think we were losing this series 2-2.
But there's a lot
That's
of
what it was.
that's right. But there's a lot of insurance.
Oh, man.
Stosny against Gartner after Nemchinov was chased. Stosny wins. Lemieux has the puck and shoots over the top. Richter may have touched it with the stick.
Stosny's been the best on the draws for New Jersey. Lemieux was at the point for the shot. The play worked, except for the Devils didn't score.
And the puck is frozen along the boards with Erickson and Lemieux there.
Sam, it was interesting. We talked to Randy Gillen this morning, the 2 of us, and he was talking about Stosny. He said when Stosny takes a draw, what's so tough about him is he doesn't put the blade of his stick on the ice. Stosny's got his stick up before the puck is dropped, and it makes it very tough to beat him. And there's Lemieux back at the point. He's a forward, but he's lined up at the back. And that was Mike Gartner who was beaten as Nemchinov was thrown out, and Lemieux had the shot.
Erickson trying to get it out of the zone, couldn't do it. Seager gets to it. In deep, Lemieux in the corner. He's hit by Nemchinov. Back pass tipped out of the zone by Erickson. Stevens across to Seager. Back into the Rangers zone. Early pressure from the Devils. Richter fell down. Puck still loose. And finally played by Mark Hardy. Here's Gartner. Across 3-on-2. Nemchinov. Chopped by Lemieux. The shot deflected by Terreri. Lemieux catching up. Chopped down on the stick of Nemchinov to try and block that attempted shot. Nemchinov off the boards. Tied up with Stosny. Can't get in front. Blocked by Weinrich. Weinrich takes the puck. He's hit by Erickson. Now the Rangers apply the pressure. Nemchinov leaving it for Leach. Leach to the net. Feed to Gartner. He just missed. Around the boards. Erickson gets to it. In the corner, Claude Lemieux steps in and brings it out of the zone. Lemieux across the line, drops it for Seager. He's met by Bukaboom. Seager keeps going. Back to Lemieux off his stick. Plays it across. Bukaboom gets to it, bangs it off the boards and out. Fetisov. He's hit by Graves, almost pushed him into the Rangers bench. Boschman moves in. He's checked by Messier, who falls down. Puck in the corner, back pass around the net. And put all the way through by Guerin. Kasatonov's backhander stopped by Richter and cleared to the line by Leach. Kept in by Fetisov. Now it's Conacher behind the net. Leaves it for Boschman. Boschman gets loose, throws it right through the crease. Amonte trying to move it. Guerin takes over. His shot deflected over the top. Boschman behind the net. Guerin shoots. Saved by Richter, and he covers up. Good pressure by the Devils, but they still are unable to beat Richter. Bukaboom got shoved by Boschman, and play stops. Going off, and boy, I asked him how he felt this morning. He did not skate in the morning skate. Said he felt real good. He doesn't mind all the physical play. I was asking him if he was wearing down on him. He says, no, I feel real strong.
Too young to let it wear him down. He went right through Kasatonov, who was picking him, holding him up, and then ran Fetisov almost into the Rangers bench. Another defensive zone face-off for the Rangers. Randy Gillen has been the best for the Rangers in that zone, but they're using all different centermen, not one in particular for this game.
Waite was tied up with Boschman. Guerin hit the side of the net. Waite picks up the puck, brings it out. Rangers tonight scratching Normand Rochefort, Pear Juice, John O'Grodnick, Darren Turcotte and Tim Kerr. Kerr and Turcotte out with injury. Koser keeping it alive. Trying to head for the net. Gets a shot off. He scores! Oh, a tremendous effort by Joey Koser. And the Rangers lead 3-0.
Did you see the play he made behind Chris Terreri? He fired the puck backwards and then spun around right here. Backwards and then spins around. What does he think he is? Now watch him control and use strength. A couple of the Devils try and outwork Koser, but he's so strong. Battles through and just snaps a shot that catches Chris Terreri, and it's 3-0 Rangers. Koser uses his body to shield the puck. And here he'll finally get two hands on the stick. Snap. And this one deflects on the way through past Terreri. 3-0 Rangers. Joey Koser, nobody took the body on Koser. He used the strength, and it's 3-0 as Terreri allows it to slide through.
Tipped off the skate of Fetisov, but Joey Koser with a superb individual effort gives the Rangers a 3-goal lead. Broughton has it knocked away by Driver. Terreri out to play it. 16:45 remaining in the second period. The hit was on Danico. The puck out of the zone. Here's Driver across the line. Centering pass comes through. Richer, back pass. Shot by Danico. Saved by Richter. It trickles wide of the net. Driver centers, blocked by Patrick. Back pass to Danico. He shoots. It's deflected on the way in. Blocked in front. Cleared aside by Patrick. Kevin Todd to the puck. He's caught up by Patrick. Gillen moves out. Lifts it clear. Koser from Waite and Domi at 2:57. First of the series for Joey Koser. Ty Domi and Joey Koser pick up points on that play. Shot by Richer is a save by Richter. Centering pass by Todd comes through. Danico going off on a change. And Weinrich plays the puck. A little over 4 minutes gone by in the second period. And Chinov playing it ahead for Eriksson, looking for Gartner. He's tied up in front by Driver, and the Devils able to clear the zone. Leach bangs it off the boards. It's blocked by Chorsky. Leach knocks down Chorsky, and the Rangers clear it out.
You've got to like the way Don Kaharski's refereed this game. He's let them play, and there's been a lot of hitting, board work in this game in particular. A timid referee would have called 1,000 penalties already, but he's let them go and bang.
Eriksson against Weinrich. Weinrich clears the zone. Leach going off, leaves it for Hardy. Eriksson, and we had a whistle. May have deflected off the Rangers bench, stopping play. 15:11 to go in the second period, and the Rangers leading by 3.
An extremely strong guy. Boschman stayed with his man, and finally you see Fetisov moved out screening Terreri. The puck went off his skate blade. That's a brilliant play.
Talking to Ty Domi this morning, he said the Rangers were looking for ways to break Chris Terreri's confidence, and he felt like maybe his confidence was broken a little bit by the fact that role players like Broughton and Eriksson scored in Game 4. He said, can you imagine if Joey and I score against them? Well, Koser has scored.
Ty getting into the coaching business.
Oh, man, he's looking for the edge. He thinks, by the way, that the Rangers have a good chance to win tonight because they all wore his shirt. He's got T-shirts out. So all the players are wearing them.
He gave me one. The players got upset that he was giving them away, but none to them.
Amonte cutting in. It was knocked away. Well, he had to give him all shirts.
Got receipts from each guy, too.
Chorsky across the line. Drop pass for Weinrich. Centers across. Zelapukin. It's blocked by Sorello. Went down on the play. Vilgrain in the corner. Graves looking for it. Knocked away by Sorella. Bangs it up the boards for Amonte.
So start seeing the Devils defense move in on the play now on the offense.
Graves with Messier. Messier gets the pass across for Jay Wells. Played it behind the net. And then the Devils clear it out.
Now when you see the Rangers with a 3-0 lead and Wells moving up ice like that, you know they're not sitting back. You can't sit back this early in the game. There's still 14 minutes to go here in the second period.
Weinrich missed it. Gillen takes it away and centers. Chipped ahead by Sorella, but taken by Claude Lemieux. Seeger on his right. Lemieux, long shot, gloved by Richter. 13:40 to go, second period. 3-0. Rangers leading it. Gartner with 2 goals in the first. Kosa with a goal here in the second. Off the side of the net. Lemieux tried to center, was blocked by Leach, and Broughton has it. Broughton with King. Stosny goes over, hits Broughton. He stays with the puck. Terreri steers it for Kasatonov. Up the boards for Seeger. Now to Lemieux. Faking on Leach. They bang. Leach goes down.
Lemieux will get a penalty here. He knew Leach was coming in, and he just gave Leach a shot in the face as Leach was about to hit Lemieux.
Stosny hit King. Rangers move down on the delayed penalty. Stosny hit Leach with the stick. Frustration starting to build. Penalties are getting called. 2 on the Devils.
Yeah. Watch Leach move into Lemieux. Lemieux just puts a stick and gloves right into Leach's face. Rangers don't retaliate, and Lemieux gets a penalty. Now up ice. Actually,
there's
Stosny did retaliate as Chris King was the initiator there. Now here's Stosny. Watch the chop here. Oh, right across the arm of Brian Leach. Stosny could have gotten more if the referee had seen fit. I think Stosny in that last chop was very lucky he didn't get more.
He got real frustrated. The Rangers have really hit Stosny a lot in this series. Lemieux for high sticking, Stosny for roughing, both at 7-01. It's a 5-on-3 advantage for the Rangers, who have had 2 5-on-3s in this series and failed to score.
Each one was right around a minute. This could be a full 2 minutes.
Messier, Gartner, and Amonte. Leach and Patrick for the power play. Driver, Danico, and Conacher for the Devils. Rangers 1 for 1 on the power play in the game. Messier wins the face-off. Rangers set it up. Leach to Patrick. Down low to Messier. Amonte set up in the slot. Gartner to the far side. Pass back to Leach. He moves in. Down low to Gartner. He scores! Mike Gartner. It's a power play goal and a hat trick. Rangers making the Devils pay.
It took 14 seconds of controlled power play work by the Rangers. From the faceoff, Gartner will position himself on the left side to the right side of Terreri. Watch how quick the passes are. There's 1 pass, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 passes. Mike Gartner puts the puck through the legs, and for Mike Gartner, it's his 2nd career hat trick. He is isolated off the pass from Brian Leach, and Mike Gartner just jams it in.
Mike Gartner had a hat trick against the Islanders in the first playoff series 2 years ago.
Leach with that pass drew 2 Devils out. I tell you, Terreri had to be going backwards and sideways with all those passes the Rangers made. The Rangers have gotten better in this series, and you can really see it coming in this game. They're hitting, and they're not going out of their way to hit. The pace is making them get to the body to throw the check instead of reaching and getting trapped out of position to hit. The pass work has been very good. 2 power play goals. Driver took away the pass. Terreri was never set, and the puck's through the legs.
Gartner with his 3rd of the game, 5th of the series from Messier and Leach. A power play goal at 7:14. It's 4-0 Rangers. New York Rangers hockey is brought to you in part by Mitsubishi, bringing you a full line of award-winning automobiles. Mitsubishi, the word is getting around. And the Rangers will still be on a power play, 5-on-4. That garbage can is filled with hats tossed onto the ice from the crowd here at the Garden. Mike Gartner coming back on the ice. He got enough rest as they cleared the ice, and he gets the cheers from the crowd. What a game.
Dino Ciccarelli had 4 a couple of nights ago for Washington in Pittsburgh. I believe that was the 24th player in NHL history to score 4 or more in a playoff game. Mike Gartner has 3 in this one. So it's still a power play. Claude Lemieux, who took the original penalty, is out of the box. Stosny stays in. He has 1:46 remaining in his minor.
In Game 5 of the Patrick Division semifinals 2 years ago between the Rangers and the Islanders, Mike Gartner had a hat trick. Rangers 5-on-4 advantage now. They're 2 for 2 on the power play and lead 4-0 with 12:35 to go in the second period. Around the boards, Waite, side of the net, Terreri fires all the way down. Patrick and Leach, Nemchinov, Waite, and Gartner for the Rangers. Conacher, Chorsky, Danico, and Driver for the Devils. Leach ahead for Patrick. Missed connection. This will be an icing if Driver gets there first. Missed it. Rangers take over. Waite has the puck. Now Leach. Nemchinov set up down low. Gartner high in the slot. Shot by Waite. He scores! Doug Waite. It's a power play goal.
You'd think Tommy McVie would make a goaltending change. Brodeur now starts to put his stuff on. I thought for a second he may after the last goal, but since it was a power play, he might have thought second about it, or thought again about it. But now it looks like Brodeur will come out as Chris Terreri, who's given everything to the Devils through this series, will be rested as the Rangers have a 5-0 lead. This is exactly what Winnipeg did last night with Tabaracci after they were getting killed by Vancouver. They pulled Tabaracci to rest him for the next game. Terreri is chased. It's another power play goal, the third one. It's this play here by Nemchinov and Waite. It nullified the icing, so the Rangers could keep control of the puck. Leach will get another assist. Waite just blasts the puck, and it goes through the legs of Terreri, who was screened momentarily by Danico. Nemchinov nullified what would have been an icing. Waite was at the top of the circle. A low blast, and Chris Terreri has given up goals through the legs in this game.
Last week, Doug Waite was playing for Binghamton in the playoffs in the American Hockey League. And is he happy to be back and getting a chance to play his second game? And he scores on the power play. Rangers with a 5-0 lead. They're 3 for 3 on the power play.
Nemchinov does not get an assist, yet he made the play to keep the play alive.
Waite from Leach at 7:56. Messier centers to Graves. Shot it wide. Martin Brodeur, first-round draft pick of the Devils last year, is in goal for the Devils. Amonte leaves it for Leach. Knocked away by Bill Guerin. Guerin centers. Richer stopped by Richter, and he holds on. Richter stays sharp. The Rangers have the big lead. We have an update at the MSG Sports Desk. Let's go to Bob Page.
All right, Sam, 8 minutes into the second period at the Cap Center. Washington's Al Iafrate picks up the puck, blisters the shot that trickles through Barrasso's legs. The Caps now lead Pittsburgh 2-1. Back to you.
Thanks, Bob. As the Caps try to close out that series, Barrasso not as good as he was last year.
No, hasn't had a good series at all. Guerin with a nice one-handed pass. A beautiful play. Richer has to wait for the puck because the pass was slow, so Richter just moved across, stacked the pads as he went down, and made the save. Getting back to that Pittsburgh series, did they ever get blasted today in the newspapers in Pittsburgh? The Penguins, a columnist by the name of Crook, just blasted them, top to bottom, about their performance in this series with Washington, and Washington leading 2-1, trying to put Pittsburgh away for the season.
Chris Terreri, no doubt dejected over what's happened tonight. Domi. Waite sends it in. Doug Waite getting his first career playoff goal in his third career playoff game. He played one game last year, and he had just signed with the Rangers coming out of Lake Superior State. Icing is whistled, and play stops, and they'll head back down the ice. Domi has an assist in the game. 1-1, and boy, was that a great game yesterday. Pistons winning by 1. Long shot from the point, deflected on the way in and redirected wide of the net by Zelepukin. Zelepukin gets to it. Now it's Vilgrain. Spun around by Wells. Vilgrain has it again, moving around the net. Backhand, it's blocked in front. Richter may have stopped it. Cirella moves it up the boards. Kosar gets to it. Tries to clear, denied by Kasatonov. Then he pushed it out of the zone. Back come the Devils. Vilgrain leaves it for Chorsky. Toward the net, just wide.
Penalty coming up for the Rangers.
A late penalty. Rangers touch the puck. Play stops. It'll be Joe Cirella. And the Devils will get their second power play chance of the game. Chorsky is pulled away. Cirella is there. Looked like Chorsky wanted to go back at Cirella. And some pushing and shoving for Tisov and Domi.
This keeps up to the misconducts. I don't think that would upset Domi all that much if Domi and Fetisov get 10 apiece.
Yeah, Domi's going. You can see Koharski pointing.
Kosa pushing with Vilgrain a little bit, chatting at one another. Vilgrain now skates away.
Domi's doing his agitating act now.
Absolutely.
And with the Rangers leading by 5, he can afford to do it. On the penalty box for the Rangers for roughing at 9:45. Koharski chooses not to assess a penalty to Ty Domi.
Cirella moves across, and it's a high hit. He had the elbows up as he, I believe, hit Chorsky on the play. So the Rangers in the box, they've had good discipline in this game.
Second power play for the Devils. They're 0 for 1, 3 for 17 in the series.
How about Edmonton? 10 for 28. Number 1 power play in the playoffs.
They have really been making the Kings pay in that series, and they have a chance to wrap it up on home ice tomorrow night through the Oilers. 10 minutes gone by. 10 minutes remaining. Second period. Claude Lemieux on the boards. Back to Kasatonov. Gave it away as he was forced by Gillen. Leach able to clear.
And what becomes interesting here is you've got Stevens, who's so big, that stands right in front of Richter on the Devils' power play. Rangers have Bukaboom and Leach out there. Who gets Stevens? I think if it's Leach, it's a mismatch because Stevens is so strong. If it's Bukaboom, well, there's two big guys.
Stosny with the puck. Stosny, Lemieux, and Stevens. Kasatonov and Fetisov. Lemieux. Stevens battling Leach in front. Fetisov moving in, shooting, and it's blocked by Nemchinov. Taken by Lemieux. He looks. Bukaboom is out there. Long shot, stick save by Richter. Bounces into the corner. Stosny back to Lemieux. Lemieux looking. Pass blocked by Bukaboom. Nemchinov to the puck in the clear.
I watched the whole time Brian Leach and Stevens. Leach did a great job. Stevens couldn't shake loose. Couldn't get loose at any time from Brian Leach and be the recipient of a pass in front.
Fetisov to Kevin Todd. Todd moves across, meets James Patrick. Back to Fetisov. He's pressed by Eriksson. Now it's Kevin Todd. Messier's come on, replacing Nemchinov. Lemieux back along the boards to Kevin Todd. It's cleared out. 22 seconds to go on the Devils' power play. 8:35 to go in the second period. 5-0 Rangers. Mike Gartner with a hat trick. Now it's Fetisov holding. Bringing it across. All the way around the boards for Stefan Richer. Final seconds of the power play. Kevin Todd hit by Hardy. Teams are back at full strength. Cirella's on. Devils are 0 for 2 on the power play. Richer in the corner against Messier. Hardy working over Kevin Todd. Todd keeps it alive. Backhander. Saved by Richter. Randy McKay. Wraparound. Save. Rebound. Score. The Devils score. Richter is upset that somebody was in the crease and argues with Koharski. Kevin Todd looks like he scored the goal to break the shutout string of Mike Richter.
But a lot of wraparounds by the Devils in this game. The Rangers had taken care of the front of the net. And this is one time the Devils got the rebound in front. You'll see the wraparound. And the question is, as Todd puts it in, what did Richer do driving into the net and bumping Richter? I don't think Richer was pushed by Mark Messier. Watch Richer. In a moment, he'll come into your... This is what the Rangers are arguing about. Here comes Richer. He skates in. Messier was trying to hold him up. I can certainly understand why the Rangers argued the play, but to no avail. And the Devils are on the scoreboard. You'll see it again. From the left side, here comes Richer. Skates in on his own, bumps Richter. Messier was trying to hook and hold up Richer. Devils get a break. And on the scoreboard, the power play had expired. It's an even strength goal.
Messier still questioning and arguing with Don Koharski. Mike Richter went 129 minutes and 24 seconds until that goal was scored without giving up a goal since the last time the Devils scored when Claude Vilgrain scored early in the second period of Game 3.
Roger Nielsen, the Ranger players, watch on the big screen here in the building, and they know that Richer just skated right in. Now, he tried to avoid Richter here, and then he bumps him. Messier's trying to hold him up. As that happens, Todd drives in, gets a loose puck, it's in, and it's 5-1, the goal stand.
I think that Koharski had a rule that Richer was pushed in by Messier.
Yeah, if he skates in on his own, he bumps the goalie. It's to be illegal.
Right. Todd with his second goal of the series from McKay and Richer at 12:03. Breaks the shutout, and it's now a 5-1 Rangers lead.
Devils have had a lot of wraparounds and angle shots on Richter, but very seldom a shot from the slot that's been a clean shot or a rebound. That time Todd finally got to a rebound. The Devils are on the board.
Amante going back to Leach. He clears the zone. Driver. Block taken away by Amante. Then he lost control. Amante. Danico fell down. Amante moves it around. Leach is there. Plays it past Messier to Graves. Out for Amante. Now to Bukaboom. Couldn't keep it in the zone. He's tied up with Zalapukin. Amante has it again. Leading Graves. Offside. Whistled against the Rangers. 7:19 to go in the second period. The Devils have scored. The Rangers second period, and during this break in the action, Midas reminds you, for breaks done right, nobody beats Midas. Nobody.
You know, the Devils have had a shot a minute here in the second period. They've had 13 shots.
Wow.
We have almost played 13 minutes here
Devils
in the second period.
Outshooting the Rangers 24-16. But the Rangers lead 5-1 with 3 power play goals in the game. Mike Gartner has a hat trick. Joe Kocur and Doug Wade have scored. Gartner couldn't get it past Stevens. Richer shoots wide. Rebound to Guerin, shot it high. He had a whole net to shoot into, and he lifted it up over the top and into the crowd.
Well, Mike Gartner has 3 goals, and he was almost involved on his 4th. This one was by the Devils. Gartner had the puck up near the blue line and missed it. Here's the reaction after Gartner had a little trouble controlling, and Mike Richter's down and out. Basically, you feel kind of nude on a play like that. He just put his legs and arm up, hoping that the puck may hit him. Guerin had time, as you see, just tried to flip it up and over, and just put it up over the crossbar and out of the zone.
Went up into the crowd. 6:58 remaining in this second period. Wells and Sorella on for the Rangers. Puck knocked down by Weinrich and gains control. Here's a lead for Kevin Todd. Wells gets over, saved by Richter, came way out. Devils have picked it up a little bit. And Broughton gets taken down in the corner. He looks to shove back. The linesmen step in.
Real good first pass by, I believe, Scott Stevens. Up ice to Todd. Todd's a tremendous competitor, a rookie. He has a goal, and he continues to work hard in this one. As the puck was moved up, you see right here, out of the zone, there's a bang on Broughton, and then there's a Stevens pass. Now there's nobody open for a pass, so Mike Richter just moves out and plays the angle beautifully. Now Broughton, Ben was upended after the play. There's been no penalties handed out here. There's been a lot more pushing and shoving at the stoppages, and you tend to see that in a one-sided game.
Bill Guerin and Joe Sorella have been jawing at one another. And things settle down. 6:37 remaining. Guerin, who stepped in game number 2 and has stayed in the lineup. Zalapukin came back in tonight after being injured early in the series.
Seen a lot of Stastny the last few minutes, haven't we? You have to remember with Stastny, he had a real bad virus. Didn't practice. He was sick there for a couple of weeks. Bad. Real sick. Then he hurt his knee. And when you have a knee injury, you can't skate. He then got healthy after that, and the strike happened. stretch. 3 setbacks in a row. Now, he's a well-conditioned man. I mean, he takes a lot of pride in his conditioning, but just hadn't played. And he's running out of steam here in the series. You can see it. The heart's there, but he's just not in great game shape. See, the Rangers have Domi on the ice now and Koser on the ice.
Yeah, they're on with weight. But didn't the strike give Stastny a chance to rest and regroup his strength late in the season?
He was healthy, Sam. He'd already missed all that time with the virus. Domi throws a hit. With the virus and then the knee injury, he didn't need time. He needed games to get his body back into game shape. And that's what's missing with him.
Koser lost the puck to Richer. Good takeaway. Richer slowed down by Waite. Puts it in the Ranger zone. Waite lost his helmet. Rangers move it out. Richer takes it back. Now to Claude Lemieux coming across. Got tipped by Wells. Went high. Domi in the corner.
Devils made a change here on the fly to get some skill players on the ice and try and get some offense against a line for the Rangers that hasn't played a lot.
Stastny with Seager and Lemieux on. Opposite Waite, Koser, and Domi. Domi chasing Lemieux. Lemieux moves across. Leaves it for Stastny. He shoots. Stick save by Richter. Along the boards, Domi. Tries to clear it. Kept in by Stastny. 5-1 Rangers with 5.5 minutes to go in the second period. Cirella upended by Seager. Then he lost control. And Domi able to drop it out of the zone. Kasatonov goes back for it. Rangers change. Seager. Long pass tipped by Graves. Back pass to Seager. Down low to Stastny. Out to Seager. Back to Kasatonov. Shot save made by Richter through the screen. Good puck movement by the Devils. Kasatonov tries again. Score! And the Devils, who were down by 5, have answered back with 2.
Well, they've carried the play since the Rangers scored their 5th goal. And they've deserved the last 2 goals they've scored with some hard work. And they may get more if the Rangers don't pick it up here in a hurry. Rangers have relaxed. They're chasing people around the ice. They're losing battles. And they're not playing smart like they did through the first portion of this game. It's just a real solid blast that Richter kicks aside here. And the Devils control all the loose pucks. They're moving it quickly. You see the screen. Cirella went down. The puck went by him, and Richter didn't see it until it was by him. So, 5-2, a 5-1, 5 minutes left here in the second period.
Steal by Messier. Centers for Amonte, and it's blocked.
In fact, I don't think the Rangers have had a shot on Brodeur.
I think the only chance went wide. I think Amonte got a chance and he went wide with it.
They have not registered a shot since the goalie change.
Round to Amonte. Now to Messier. Crisscrosses with Graves. Messier holds. Graves goes to the net. Pass to Leach coming forward. Leach along the boards. Toward the net. Blocker save by Brodeur. His first save of the game. Devils come back across. McKay lost control. Bukaboom clears it out. 5-2 Rangers. 4:20 to go in the second. Kasatonov with his first from Seager and Stastny at 14:59. Stevens has the puck. Rangers changing. Graves is nose to nose with Weinrich. Still in the Devils zone. Now they release. Hardy carries. Gartner. Save. Brodeur has trouble with it. Moved up the boards. Taken by Gartner. Gartner chases after it again. He's tied up by Zelepukin. Eriksson digging forward. He's hit from behind hard by Weinrich. Chorsky moving in with the puck. Nemchinov is there. Gave it away to Bukaboom. Fires it out of the zone. Gartner is there. Danico comes over. Gartner cuts in. Drops it back. Nemchinov against Danico. Danico with the hit. Moves the puck to Chorsky.
Biggest single difference I see in the change of the Rangers play in the last few minutes is they are not hitting nearly as much as what they did over the first 30 minutes of the game.
3:10 to go in the second. 5-2. Rangers leading it. Danico outlets. Zelepukin to Claude Vilgrain. Missed connection. Wells has it. Off the boards. Gartner sends it in. Brodeur, 19 years old, misses the puck, then moves it, and he looks a little nervous out there. Rangers need some sustained pressure on him to try and test him out. Wells to Broughton. Knocked aside by Kasatonov. Richer. Trying to get it to Kevin Todd. Chris King sends it out. 2.5 minutes to go in the second. Richer across to Bill Guerin. He winds up and shoots and went high again. Out comes King with Broughton. Fetisov back. King pulls up. Down the boards for Broughton. Past him, Gillen plays it. Tied up by Kasatonov. King with a hit on Fetisov. Rangers keep it in. Kasatonov sends it out. And Bill Guerin brings it again. Guerin against Leach. Into the corner. Guerin, 2 minutes to go in the second. Amonte moves it to Messier. Messier holding. Taken away by Fetisov. He lost it to Leach. Leach turns and shoots high and wide. Around the boards. Messier gets to it. Amonte chips it to Graves. Graves moving against Kasatonov. Wraparound save by Brodeur. Fetisov holding. Blocked by Amonte. Kasatonov gets it to Lemieux, who was knocked away. 1:25 to go in the second period. Fetisov back for it. Stastny. Dangerous pass in front. Kasatonov back for Stastny. Bukaboom goes over. Devils changing. Kasatonov plays the puck. 1 minute remaining in the second period. Scott Stevens toward the net. Stick save by Richter. Centered back by Lemieux to Weinrich. Weinrich shot deflected by Eriksson. Goes up into the crowd and play stops with 51 seconds remaining in the second period. We'll step out for a moment with the Rangers leading 5-2.
Was deflected up into the stands from Weinrich and was very slow getting up. And it looks like with a minute left or under a minute here, he's gone to the locker room.
I saw Rangers equipment trainer Tim Paris go with him, so maybe it's an equipment problem.
At the same time when he got up, he checked the blade on one of the skates. You're absolutely right.
Stastny back pass to Claude Lemieux. Across for Weinrich. Pulls up, stand on the shot. Gillen clears the zone. Gillen, rather Chris King moving in. King to Broughton, chipped it wide. Couple of hits in the corner. Devils give it away. Hardy turns, he shoots, save Brodeur. Seager clears to Lemieux. 20 seconds to go in the second period. Richter plays it off the boards. Leaves it for Patrick. Seager tying up Broughton, but the puck out of the zone. Devils with a team record for shots in a period in the playoffs. 19 here in the second period. And that's the end of the second. Rangers scored the first 3 goals in a span of 4 minutes 59 seconds of the second period. Koser at 2:57, Gartner at 7:14, and Wade at 7:56. Devils got 2 back from Todd and Kasatonov. At the end of 2, it's the Rangers 5 and the Devils 2. Bruce loss in relief of Billington at Philadelphia.
John Eriksson is back. We saw him leave with just under a minute to go in the second period. He is back to start the third.
Hardy with a good shot. Brodeur with a save. And the Devils come forward. Fetisov drop pass taken away by Nemchinov. Stastny, Seager, Lemieux, Kasatonov, and Fetisov for the Devils. Gartner, sharp angle shot was deflected by Kasatonov. Gartner puts it in front. Nemchinov, poke checked away by Brodeur. Good play by Brodeur. Devils very high on Martin Brodeur, the 20th player chosen in the 1990 draft. First-round draft pick. Kaboom tied up Seager. Rangers away with the puck. Eriksson leaves it for Leach. And it's knocked aside by Driver. Leach leads Amonte. Messier cutting in. It's blocked by Driver. Messier has it. Goes back out to Leach. Rangers regroup. Bukaboom holding. Puck tipped to Graves, who lifts it in. Bounces off the boards. Amonte gets to it. Amonte still with it. Back to Leach. One times it. It was deflected by Stastny. Graves in the corner. To Messier. Chorsky on him. Brodeur comes out. Stops the puck for Danico. Up the boards. Stastny leaves it for Chorsky.
It's a minute-and-a-half shift.
Taken down by Leach and nothing called.
Minute-and-a-half shift to start the period for Stastny. It's almost too long to start a period for a team that has to get lots of momentum to get scoring here in the third period.
Gosney was the only member of that first line to stay on. There's a penalty. King will go for taking down Zelepukin. So Koharski let one go earlier. Calls this one. King goes off for tripping with 18:05 to go in the third period. Devils power play coming up. King for tripping at 1:55. Devils are 3 for 18 in the series.
What's interesting here is, will the Devils keep Stevens up front and Richer on the point, or will they switch once the puck is dropped?
Todd, McKay, Stevens, Richer, and Weinrich, and they switch, John. The Rangers gaining control, get it out of the zone.
This is the first look in this game with Scott Stevens playing the point on the power play. The other two, he had been in front of Mike Richter.
Patrick, Hardy, Gillen, and Broughton for the Rangers, who are unable to clear. Feed across to Weinrich, who's come on now. Diagonal pass for Richer. Richer leaves it for Randy McKay. Knocked away by Patrick. Patrick drives it up the board. Stevens stops it. Across for Weinrich. Now it's Richer to Weinrich. Broughton is there. Kevin Tottle on the boards. Weinrich holds it. Down to Kevin Todd. Moving in. Backhander goes wide. Todd in the corner. Gets it to Richer. Now to Scott Stevens. He scores! The Devils have cut the Rangers' 5-goal lead to 2 with 17:14 remaining. And Mike Richter has gone over to the bench, signaling for something. Gate problem.
The equipment problem is Jim Paris, the equipment manager, is helping out. Stevens didn't know he scored here. He had a Ranger player right in his face. He didn't know the puck had gone in until everybody stopped. You see right here, Broughton moves right into him. It's a screenshot from the point. And 2 of the 3 goals the Devils have scored have been shots from the blue line or from the point man. Stevens winds up, steps into it as Broughton moves in. The puck gets right on through everybody. Richter did not see it as he had 2 bodies, one from each team in front. That's Hardy as the puck goes by. The other player is McKay standing in front. So all of a sudden, here we go.
Terrific comeback by the Devils. They were down 5-0 at the 7:56 mark. Almost 8 minutes into the second period. Devils were down by 5. It's now a 2-goal Rangers lead. Stevens from Todd and Richer at 2:46, a power play goal. 4th power play goal of the series for the Devils. Leach tied up along the boards. Devils try to lift it ahead, knocked down by Amati. Shot by Leach, carried off of Graves, and taken by Billgrain. Billgrain with Zelepukin and Chorsky. Billgrain across. Leach picks him up. There was an offside whistle against the Devils as Billgrain stick-handled at the line. Claude Billgrain, originally drafted by the Vancouver Canucks.
As you see how valuable he is playing the wing tonight, playing center. Couple of quick notes. Andy Moog in that game tonight with Buffalo was replaced by Lemelin. Moog was thrown out, a 5-minute major, as he was caught spearing Presley in front. And another thing, we mentioned earlier that there's been a 3-game suspension to Darian Hatcher for a stick infraction that was never called, breaking Kevin Miller's jaw of Detroit. Minnesota has sent in a tape on Yzerman as he got called for 2 minutes for slashing last night, and it was really a spear into David Shaw, the defenseman from Minnesota. So Minnesota trying to retaliate the tape wars.
Chorsky heading for the net. They score! Zelepukin! And it's 5-4. The Devils mounting a huge comeback. And still 16:22 remaining. The Devils have come from 5 goals down to cut it to 5-4.
Devils are opening up. The Rangers have their number 1 unit of 5 on the ice. And they got beat in their own zone. They got beat along the boards. As you see it here, Tony Amonte has trouble getting it out. Fetisov kept it in. Now watch the Rangers miscue. 2 players go to Chorsky, so he just dumps it off. And Zelepukin's by himself. The Rangers got beat along the boards here, and they got beat with some very bad defensive zone coverage. Beautiful pass in front, Chorsky to Zelepukin. It's 5-4 and timeout Rangers. Man, here we go. We've got us a game. Mike Richter with no chance. And if you look back, The Rangers gave up 19 shots in the second period when they stopped their work habits. And beautiful pass across. Jaworski to Zalapukin.
You know, before we went on the air, John said to me, I have a feeling this is going to be a high-scoring game, something like 5-4.
Said that in the opening.
Oh, did we? Oh, all right.
Well, the Devils needed scoring. I didn't think it would happen this way. 5 by one team,
wow,
and then 4 by the other, but I expected a high-scoring game. And you know, the Devils haven't taken a lot of chances to do this. You haven't seen the Rangers counter with 3-on-1s and 2-on-1s. The Devils have done it as a unit of 5.
And it started. Devils made a goaltending change when it was 5-0 at 7:56. Out came Terreri, in came Brodeur, and the Devils have just lifted their entire game. They've scored 4 in a row. Zalapukin with his first from Fetisov and Jaworski at 3:38. 2 goals in a span of 52 seconds. Patrick's shot is blocked. Lemieux looking for it. Nemchinov looking for it. Devils clear it out. Seager moving down. 5-4, Rangers leading it. Stosny was hit by Hardy, and it brought an offside as Hardy stood up Stosny at the blue line. A little over 4 minutes gone by in this third period, and the Devils have closed to within 1. Arthur Nielsen has to be very concerned. What looked like a Ranger romp is now turned into a tight game once again. Mike Richter, who was the hot goaltender and had over 129 consecutive minutes of shutting out the Devils, and suddenly they've exploded for 4. Giveaway by Seager. Stevens goes around the net, away from Gartner, moving it up the boards. Hardy keeps it in.
Rangers trying to change their defense here on the fly. They took Patrick off and put Cirella on, and Wells is ready to come on for Hardy.
Cirella couldn't keep it in the zone. Stosny pressing him. Cirella lifting it in. And the Rangers do make the change. Scott Stevens carrying. Long drive. Loved by Richter. Drops it off in the corner, but Kevin Todd gets there before Joe Cirella. Around the board, Jay Wells takes it. Koser lost it to Bill Guerin. Waite knocked down by Richer at the blue line. Big hit by Stefan Richer. Kasatonov gets to the puck. A little over 5 minutes gone by in the third. Rangers leading 5-4. Brodeur out to stop the puck for Fetisov. Fetisov on the move. Domi trying to catch him. Fetisov wards off the check. Guerin into the corner against Waite. Wells reaches in for the puck. He's tied up along the boards. Able to force it ahead and out of the zone. Domi looking for it, but Fetisov has it. Domi forechecking. Kasatonov. Cross ice. Tipped ahead by Zalapukin. Sent the other way by Bukaboom. Kevin Todd has it.
Messier line needs a good shift or two for the Rangers to change the momentum of this game around. They're the leaders.
Rangers need a goal, John.
Absolutely.
Graves against Kasatonov. Taken away by the Devils. Claude Vilgrain moves out with it. Leach is there along with Bukaboom. Vilgrain across. Bukaboom picks it up. Vilgrain leaves it for Bruce Driver. Driver winds up and shoots. Saved by Richter. Good. Sharp angle shot by Driver. Messier clears the zone. 13:45 to go in the third. 5-4. Rangers leading it. Bukaboom to Leach. Leach carries across. The crowd trying to come alive and get the Rangers going again. Amati behind the net, looking. Pass intended for Leach goes all the way back into the Rangers zone. Devils change. Rangers change. Bukaboom takes the puck. Leach puts it back deep into his own zone. Bukaboom back to Leach. Broughton. Brodeur goes out to play the puck. It's knocked down by Broughton. Gillen is tied up in the corner by Scott Stevens. Patrick keeps it in and shoots just wide. Broughton looking for a deflection, just missed. Lemieux takes it out. Now it's Seager. Seager carries in, controlling, shooting, saved by Richter. He was screened, but got the left arm on it. Kept in by the Devils. Lemieux knocked it down. Patrick has the puck. Lemieux chops at him. The puck out of the zone as Broughton hits Stevens. Here's a 2-on-1. Gillen and King against Weinrich. King shoots. He scores! Oh, the Rangers needed that one. It became a 2-on-1 and the Rangers cash in.
Yeah, you said it. It became a 2-on-1. Why? Because of a body check right near the Rangers bench as Seager was knocked over. You'll see it right here. Seager moves in. King bangs. That knocks Seager over. That makes it a 2-on-1. And King with the body check is the man that'll score the goal through the legs. Brodeur moved across as he stutter stepped across. Watch the goalie with the open legs. Little push. Never got him closed in time. King snapped it. Weinrich is back. Gillen with a nice pass. Now King has to make a decision. Shoot or pass. There's a shot through the legs. King with the hit set up the rush and scored the goal.
In game 4, King made the hit that led to Broughton's goal. King also joined that rush. Gartner shoots wide. King wanted to know why Broughton didn't pass to him.
But in the second period, King did make a pass to Broughton, and Broughton did get a shot on goal.
Driver against Bukaboom. Driver around the net. The shot score! The Devils answer right back! It's 6-5! Bill Guerin. This time he got it on goal. He's been missing the net. He scores, and it's a 6-5 game. Back to 1 goal.
Guerin had been missing the net mostly with high shots. Rangers fans haven't even finished celebrating, and all of a sudden New Jersey, with Todd clearing the slot, watch Guerin set up, and another one through the legs. This has been a game where there's through the leg-itis here in this contest. Todd cleared the slot. Driver looked and looked and looked. And there you see the little pass and a nice quick little shot that caromed off the inside of Richter's leg. 12:03 remaining. It's 6-5. This one could end up 9-8. Who knows?
Great response by the Devils. 27 seconds after the Rangers scored, the Devils answer back, and it's 6-5. Amonte going in against Danico. Shoots, and it's kicked aside by Brodeur. Zalabukin takes it out with Vilgrain, but they missed connection. Bukaboom try to hit Amonte. This will be an icing. Amonte tied up with Danico. Icing waved off. Graves back pass intercepted by Vilgrain. Moving down with Chorsky. Vilgrain brings it across. Drop to Chorsky. Picked up by Messier, knocked it aside. And Graves comes out with Amonte. Graves across against Fetisov. Toward the net, blocked by Kasatonov. The Rangers' goal was King, his first of the playoffs from Broughton and Hardy at 7:30. 27 seconds later, Guerin with his second from Danico and Driver at 7:57. And it's 6-5. Rangers led 2-0 into the first, led 5-0 just at the 8-minute mark at 7:56 of the second. The Devils scored 4 in a row to cut it to 5-4, and now they've exchanged goals, and it's 6-5. The puck deflects up into the crowd, and play stops. It's a 1-goal game with a lot of time left. An investment is an investment in relationships.
Well, this series has been nuts, hasn't it? It's been a great series by both teams. They've battled and battled and battled. And Mike Richter still having equipment problems. His right skate seems to be giving him a problem as he attends to it now and gets ready for the face-off.
Richter has faced 37 shots. That's a series high for the Devils. Weinrich across to Stevens. Richter comes out, leaves the puck for Patrick. Hardy clearing it out to Erickson. Played by Stevens. Off across. Stevens stepped in to intercept. Bouncing puck. Bounces over the stick of Richter. Lemieux gets it to Stosny. Stosny looking, centers. It was deflected away. Weinrich keeps it in. Richter leads it. No, decides to cover up with Stosny behind the net. Lurking ever close. Richter Rangers stops play with 10:10 remaining in the third. Just in the game, Claude Lemieux has not scored a point, but the Devils have managed to score 5. Kevin Todd, Alexei Kasatonov, Scott Stevens, Valerie Zelepukin, and Bill Guerin have scored for the Devils. 6-5 Rangers. Midway point, third period. Stick save Richter. It's up into the crowd. Off the low shot by Danico.
Off the face-off. Off the face-off. Todd and Waite battle, but Todd's the winner here. And you see the Devils get the loose puck back to Danico. Rangers do a pretty good job not allowing Todd. One thing about Waite, when he loses the defensive draw, he'll battle, almost tackle the other center. Look at Waite's got a hold of Todd. Todd can't get to the front of the net as Waite was holding him up.
And Danico doesn't have all that much strength in the top hand, playing with a broken hand, just kind of shoveling it, pushing it toward the net.
Your bottom hand does most of the shooting when you take the shot. Where it, I think, would affect Danico more than anything else would be like poke checking stuff when you use the top hand to get the distance with the reach, with the long arm and the stick.
Messier to Amonte. He's taken out by a good check from Danico. Driver has the puck. Don't forget, Game 6 Wednesday night at the Meadowlands can be seen on Sports Channel New York. And if the Game 7 is necessary, we will have it on MSG2, Bookable and Todd Bang. We've got an update at the MSG Sports Desk. Let's go to Bob Page.
Sam, at Montreal, the Whalers' bubble has burst. J.J. Daniel sets up Kirk Muller all alone for the go-ahead marker. Canadians score 4 goals in less than 5 minutes to end the second period and lead 5-3. Back to you.
Thanks, Bob. You think they'll rebuild Carbonneau's house now?
Oh man, it burned right to the ground, and they suspect arson on the. Isn't that terrible, man?
While we have a moment, want to say congratulations to Devils radio play-by-play man Chris Moore and his wife Pam on the birth of their new son, Jason Matthew. And Chris got the call in the middle of the game Saturday night. He left the game right in the middle, and Kenny Albert stepped in, but Chris said he has a deal in his contract. He must call all Devils goals, so Kenny didn't call any Devils goals.
I got to tell you, it's a nice cigar he hands out, too. Bearing, mild, exquisite cigar in one of those holders, those silver things, you know, that's fancy.
That's for after the game, big boy. 9:35 remaining. Third period, 6-5 Rangers. Messier able to keep it in the zone, but the Devils bring it back out. Randy McKay gave it up to Leach. Off the corner boards. Fetisov, Amonte all over him. Graves moves in, gets to the puck. Out to Leach. Leach winds up. His shot blocked by McKay, who almost broke out. Leach moving down. Sets up. Messier shot it wide. Amonte taken down by Fetisov, and nothing called on the play.
Fetisov kicked his feet out as Don Koharski's letting them play.
Leach stopped by Fetisov. Just under 9 minutes to go in the third period. Kasatonov plays the puck. To Vilgrain. If you joined us late, you missed a lot. Zelepukin moves in. He's still with it. Shot it wide. Rangers led 5-0. And now it's 6-5 Rangers. Vilgrain against Sorella. Centers. Save. Richter may have gone off the post. Put out in front. Messier's got it. Messier slides it down the ice. And this will be an icing. He just wanted to drop it in the zone and get a change. It's an icing on the Rangers. And play stops. The Devils putting the pressure on.
Zelepukin again in front. Vilgrain with a pass. This may have hit the post. Yeah. The very outside of the goal post. As Zelepukin has got it going here in the third period, as do the Devils. They've outscored the Rangers 3-1 here in the third period, yet they still trail by 1. Zelepukin, who does not have very good English, in fact, it's very poor. He can say hello, but he understands the language more than he can speak it. Certainly understands where to go on the ice.
Suffered bruised ribs in game 1 and has been out of the series until tonight. Put back in and scores his first playoff goal. Set up to Weinrich. Got it wide off the side of the net. Wells takes over. Deflected out by King. Stevens sending it the other way. Devils really carrying the play for the Rangers. Since midway in the second period, Gillen goes after Kochek away. King shoots, and it's blocked by Brodeur. Here's Martin, wraparound, another save. Oh, the rookie Brodeur coming up with a couple of fine plays, daring plays. Richer fires across to Guerin. 7:45 to go in the third. Icing on the Devils. Make it 7:43 on the clock. 20-year-old Martin Brodeur. By the Upper Deck Company, nobody does hockey like Upper Deck.
Brodeur raced out. He got there first, but he concentrates and realizes he's better recover quickly. He does. He cuts back with a goal stick out. Chris King couldn't get the puck by him into what was an open side.
Martin Brodeur will be 20 years old in 9 days. On May the 6th, he was the 20th pick overall in 1990.
1990, number 11, it was Trevor Kidd who went to Calgary, another goaltender. It's always been Brodeur and Kidd. Who would be better? Who would get drafted higher? Who would star in the league? Trevor Kidd will get a chance with Calgary. He played in a backup role behind Sean Burke for Team Canada in the Olympics. And Brodeur, who comes out of the French part of Canada, having a chance to play right now. Warren Strelo, the goaltending coach for New Jersey, said that he's a competitive, strong, good goaltender. He said, but like most goaltenders from Quebec, he's got to learn to stand up a little more. See that face throat protector below the mask? That look like Patrick Roy?
Yes, it does.
They all do in Quebec. Look like Patrick Roy.
7:25 to go in the third. Rangers leading 6-5. Dosney moving down. Patrick slows him up. Blocks the pass and takes it away. Lost in this Devils comeback, or seemingly forgotten, is that Mike Gartner has a hat trick in this game. As he got the Rangers going.
That was 2 games ago.
Richter couldn't clear, almost gave it away to Lemieux. Now Gartner clears his own. Under 7 minutes remaining in the third. Danico winds up, long shot into the chest of Richter. 41 shots on goal for the Devils. But the Rangers leading 6-5, trying to hold on. Lead to Messier. He moves in. Pass for Graves. He scores! The Rangers needed a big play, and Messier and Graves delivered.
At first, I thought Messier would shoot the puck. Rangers move up. Messier stays wide. He loves to shoot it from there. He just put a beautiful pass across to Graves. Graves had to fight off a check, and he banked it in off the goaltender. Messier struggles to get the puck to sit down. Watch a beautiful pass. Up and over and down. Claude Lemieux could not pick up Graves. Look at Lemieux. He doesn't have body position on Graves. There's the shot. The Rangers lead by 2 on what's been a wild one here.
That's that elevated pass that Messier does so well.
He is so good at it. Very few in the league have that ability. Gretzky would be the best along with Mario Lemieux. But Messier does it so well, and he's shown it again.
2-goal lead for the Rangers with 6:20 to go.
The Devils have fought back every shift in the last half of the game after they've given up a goal. So this shift now is very important.
The Rangers are called for icing, and play stops with 6:09 to go in the third. The Rangers leading 7-5. Knows how to party right. Please use good sense when you drink. Know when to say when. A reminder from Budweiser.
Look at the pass. Up and over. Graves with a goal. I'm not sure who was on the other side. That may have been Broughton that went to the top of the crease, clearing everybody out. Brodeur went across and fell down. We were talking about that earlier. He wants to learn how to stand up just a little bit better.
That save made. Had to be a Monty, John.
Oh, yeah, Monty. I'm sorry, not Broughton, Monty. You know, Sam, the Devils doing well on draws here. Not only doing well on faceoffs in the Rangers zone, but getting shots after winning the draw.
Just under 6 minutes remaining in the third. 7-5 Rangers. Graves with his first of the series from Messier and Hardy at 13-22. Messier with 2 assists in the game. Devils come in. Zelepukin against Hardy. Cuts in front, slides it through, got taken down. Hardy pins him and stays on top until the puck is cleared out. 5.5 minutes to go. And the puck deflects over the boards. Stopping play.
Healthy Zelepukin has really meant something here to the Devils in the last half of this game. Hardy did a good job taking him out of the last play. Zelepukin played in last year's World Championship, but did not play in the Canada Cup because he wouldn't sign a contract that would keep him in the Soviet Union. Hardy did a good job because he tackled him. He had one hand on his stick. Zelepukin showed a lot of strength to cut inside, and Hardy just wrapped his arms right around the Devil forward and threw him right down.
42 shots for the Devils. They had 19 in the second period. They have 12 here in the third. Throughout this series, the Devils have been able to pick out positives. And certainly one positive in this game is the way they've come back and gotten some offense against Mike Richter and the Rangers. And of course, the negative side is they're down by 2 and time is running out.
At 42 shots, the Devils, in all sincerity, just haven't had good goaltending in this game. First game of the series, their goaltending wasn't exceptional.
Bill Guerin, he has one of the goals. Trying to beat Sorella. Gets through. Saved by Richter. Rebound. Another save. Richer is stopped. Centering pass blocked. Kevin Todd moves it around to Bill Guerin. A hit on Todd. A centering pass for Richer, and he's knocked down by King. Driver's got the puck. He's hit by Gillen. Shot from the point by Guerin is blocked by King. Guerin again. Tries to get around Sorella and shoots wide, and all the way out it goes.
King blocked the shot. He did not have a stick. He had to give his stick to the defenseman, Joe Sorella, who had lost his. But Richer has played one feisty second half. He has thrown checks, he's taken hits, and he's helped make things happen.
Chris King, who is hitting and blocking shots all over the place.
And he's hurt there. See, Richer gets knocked over here by Chris King. Now, Sorella, you see, without the stick, he'll reach right out and grab Chris King's. Now, King will move out to the point now without his stick and block it, and that hurt. I believe that hit his right arm. He went to the bench, and he's still grimacing somewhat, but appears to be okay. How about Bukaboom blocking a shot in Game 4 in New Jersey? And we saw that big bruise.
Skin.
Yeah, right by the collar, just below the collarbone. Man.
4:31 to go in the third.
Playing hurt in the playoffs, part of it. Rick Tocchet played Game 4 with a separated shoulder. He, I think, now is done for the series. Did not have it frozen for that game. Played with 3 different pads on the shoulder and got through it.
Seager's shot knocked down in front by Koser, moving it to Messier and out for Graves. Joined by Koser, 2-on-1 against Fetisov. Graves shoots, he scores! Adam Graves with 2 in a row, and the Rangers lead 8-5.
This has been flat out crazy, this game. The Devils have to force and cheat a little bit because they trail by 2. Now only Fetisov is back. Adam Graves sees the top corner. Boom. You know, the Rangers and the majority of the 2-on-1s in this series have shot the puck. They haven't taken the chance with a pass as the defensemen take away the pass. See, Graves is all room. It's 1-on-1 here. Fetisov is way over. Graves hits the top corner. And it's 8-5. What are you smiling about?
Well,
I know
when the Devils got to 6-5, our statistician John Rosasco said during commercial, Mike, you put the Terreri back in? And we both shook our heads and said, no. I don't know. Here's another second guess. But it's 8-5 now.
We're getting pretty good at that, aren't we?
Yeah. It's easy to coach up here, isn't it? 3:40 to go in the third. The Devils made the Rangers sweat for this one. It was a 5-0 Rangers lead. Devils got to 5-4. It was 6-4, then 6-5, and now it's 8-5 with 3:25 to go. As the Rangers look to take a 3-2 lead in the series. Game 6 Wednesday night at the Meadowlands will be carried televised on Sports Channel. Gary Thorne and Peter McNabb will call the action as the Rangers, provided they hold on to this lead with 3 minutes to go, and the way things have been going, anything could happen. The Rangers will be looking to clinch the series on Wednesday night. Driver back forth. Pukin tipped it, but gave it away. Broughton brings it across. Ran into Weinrich. Weinrich's a big hit sent Broughton flying. Rangers change. 2:35 to go. Weinrich with the puck. Avoids Koser. Avoids Domi. Guerin moves in. Guerin against Leach. Koser picks up the puck. Driver. Off the boards and out of the zone. Sorella. Rangers tip it in. Brodeur comes out to move it around to Fetisov. Oh, and Domi went running out to Fetisov after he released the pass. Shot by Richer, deflected off of Wells. Put on goal by Guerin, and Guerin and Sorella go at each other one more time. And now Domi steps in. Well, things settle down, or they try to settle things down as Guerin pinned up against the boards. Domi came in, and he's likely to get a penalty here.
This time the two Devil defensemen leave the position above the circles and move in with 1:59 remaining, knowing that they're basically in trouble here. They don't want to see any odd man situations where the Rangers would outnumber the Devils in a tough situation.
Domi's going to get a penalty here. And if he's the only one, the Devils going to have a power play with just under 2 minutes remaining. Look, he doesn't believe it. He sees Koharski heading, but he stepped in late and got involved.
Could set up a pull a goalie situation for the Devils. They've been practicing that throughout the playoffs in case it's needed. Domi now ushered and will be sent to the locker room with 1:59 remaining, an 8-5 Ranger lead. 10-minute misconduct, that's why he's gone. If
no power play.
If it was a minor, he would stay and be in the penalty box. If the Devils scored, he'd have to be back in the game. So it's a misconduct to Ty Domi. He doesn't hurt his team with the odd man situation.
18:01, the time of the misconduct to Domi. Rangers leading 8-5, a minute 59 remaining in the third period. Mike Gartner has a hat trick in the game. Adam Graves has 2 goals in the game. And the 2 goals, big ones, at 13:22 from Messier and Hardy, and at 15:49 from Messier. Messier with 3 assists in the game. Hardy clears the zone. If the game 7 is necessary, it'll be here at Madison Square Garden. We'll have it for you on MSG2. So make sure to check your local listings for the cable channel carrying MSG2 if there is a game 7 on Friday night. Coming up at 11 o'clock tonight, the 15-minute edition of the MSG Sports Desk with Bob Page. He'll check out the NHL playoffs, look at the Yankee highlights, and so far some good ones. Yankees leading 6-3 tonight against the Texas Rangers, and a recap of the NFL draft.
Pittsburgh winning in Washington forces that to a 6-game series. 5-2 win for Pittsburgh. Oh man, what a win that is.
Bill Guerin, saved by Richter, came way out. Boy, Guerin's had a lot of chances tonight. So the defending Stanley Cup champions show their character and stay alive with a big road win. Game 6 in Pittsburgh Wednesday night. Graves almost had a hat trick on the deflection as he was set up nicely. Gillen working hard along the board. Centered and taken by Kasatonov. Guerin on a 3-on-2. Hardy is there. Less than a minute to go. Kevin Todd got deflected into the corner. Guerin for Todd. Todd looking. Richter lost his goal stick. Shot from the point. Save. Richter covers up. Driver took the shot. Richter was able to make the save and cover up.
The Devils are 2 shots away from having 50.
Man.
They've got 48 shots, 48-30 in this wide open, crazy game. Richer positions himself in front, takes a bump from both Graves and Richter, and then Mark Hardy. Richer has played hard in this game, as has Bill Guerin, as have a number of players on both teams.
Most shots the Rangers have allowed in one game in the playoffs is 55. That came in an overtime game last year against Washington. And here in regulation time, it's 48. 43 saves for Mike Richter, and boy, he's had to work for this one. It started out, it looked like a blowout. Rangers got out to a 5-0 lead at 7:56 of the second period. The Devils twice got to within 1 goal, 5-4 and 6-5. And then 2 goals by Adam Graves have put this one away. 47.5 remaining. Boschman and Wade on the faceoff. Wells moves it around. King trying to pick it up. Hip check by Wells sent McKay flying. Hit by King on Boschman, who hits back. Koser has it. 25 seconds to go. 8-5 Rangers. And the Rangers will have a 3-2 lead in the series. And we'll try to wrap it up Wednesday night at the Meadowlands. Centered, intercepted by Bukaboom. Here's Doug Waite. And in a wild game, the Rangers have defeated the Devils 8-5. Adam Graves with 2 big goals in the third period at 13:22 and 15:49. Mike Richter picking up his second win of the series. Chris Terreri was chased after he had given up 5 goals. Richter and Van Beesbrook.
It was entertaining.
It was wild.
It was wild. Wow.
Well, you called a high-scoring game.
What's next?
Who's the hot goalie now?
Who?
Maybe you.
Maybe Tom Barrasso tonight, or Draper playing for Buffalo as he's shutting out Boston. I don't know. It's just a wild game. The playoffs, you see all different scenarios, and we've seen a multitude of different scenarios. In this one, it should set up a beauty for Game 6.
It did not come easy for the Rangers as the Devils came back hard. Mike Gartner with a hat trick. The Rangers coming up with 3 power play goals in the game. They were 3 for 3 as they wanted to change things on the power play, and they came through. Devils had 1 power play goal in the game that helped get them back in it. Rangers with Adam Graves, Chris King, and Mike Gartner named stars of the game. Gartner named #1, King #2, and Graves #3. But the Rangers now leads the series 3-2 with the 8-5 win. Bruce Beck has